there's a failure to draw parallels between the past and the present. For example, I've got this sore here. It goes away, it comes back, it goes away, it comes back. I've, old looking face. Even not yet in my 60s, I have an old looking face. I've got a waste until 60. And I can't work and all this stuff. And Job couldn't work. Job had sores all over his body. Paul was in jail. Paul was beaten. Paul was probably raped. They don't mention that in the Bible. Timothy was probably raped, a young man, young Christian man. I don't know what he looked like, but he was probably raped. They said, oh yeah, young Christian in jail. Let's go for it. That's what they do. Paul was beaten. He had lashes from whips against his skin. He was bleeding in jail. And people say, well, if you're in jail, what's wrong with you? See, same thing. Well, we're a Christian nation. Come on, people, come on. A Christian nation. We're Christian, people who do all this wicked stuff. We say, well, we're Christian. Well, Timothy didn't do that wicked stuff. Paul didn't do that wicked stuff. So why do we? But, Paul said Paul was in jail. Well, that was a different time. They were pagans. Well, a lot of pagans in the United States. A lot of pagans in the Western world. Paul was in jail. He was accused. He went to court. Paul used the term before the judgment seat. That means in court. So when people get into court, Christians get into court, they say, "Oh, what did he do?" And I say, "Well, it's not the same times." And when they're poor, like the who were they? There were people that Paul wrote to that were poor, and we say, well, you have no excuse to be poor in this country. We're a rich country. We have no excuse to be poor. Well, they were poor. You have no excuse to be in front of a judge. And Paul said they keep, or whoever it was, said they draw you before, James said they draw you before their judgment seats. That means they put you in court, put you in jail.